Bonus for that. You win game 2, and you kind of flop game 3. Depending on where they went, their average might have really been anchored down.
Yeah, that ends up being really harmful, but luckily there, if you're in the 4th to 8th range, there's no additional, I don't want to say penalty, because they're all getting $10,000 for the match in of itself. So there's just no additional gain after that fact. You're still able to stay par. So 4th would have been just as bad, but 8th, you're kind of looking like, oh, that'll really bring down the average. It's not the worst case scenario going on there. So they should still be at least in the running, but you can't be comfortable.
No.
Like, not at all. It's so incredible, and now we are going to go over this game. We have the results, and your set 1 winner is the Funky Fighters. The last match was not enough. The singular win in the double goes over to them. They will have that first silver llama, and there he is, throwing it up.
They did it. I thought maybe it wasn't enough, but it was. Love this celebration right here.
It's a little, I don't want to say like bittersweet there, but it's like, oh, you kind of get like, chicken champions, but this is set 1 of 4. There's still tons of creative games to be going on. I mean, it's been so good, and like we talked about earlier, we have a never before seen map and game mode for you guys. Now, I know we released Prop Hunt. It's something that's kind of similar to that. How many of you guys have played Red Light, Green Light at some point in time, right? You've been there, you've done it. I know, whether it might have been a little while ago. Junkyard Juke is a red light, green light prop hunt version where you will have 2 teams sitting up as guards, 6 teams running. You will rotate through every single one of the rounds, and here you can see how to win. You have to dodge those guards, sprint into the center, and incinerate yourself in order to get those points. There are 4 rounds per match, Monster. And how do they score?
Yeah, but also, before we get there, you only get to be guard once, and while you're guard, you do not accumulate points. But yes, the points come in through the props themselves, so when you are on the prop side, you want to choose small, medium, or large objects and try and get it to the incinerator under the guard tower. So it's actually really difficult, and like you said, it's a hybrid. It's a red light, green light, / prop hunt style. This is a pretty tough game, though. We played a fair amount of it. I got my hands on it. This is actually a lot harder than it kind of sounds.
So it's something that is just completely different. I don't know how many of you guys have played Prop Hunt. Definitely check it out. It's on the Creative Islands. It's a lot of fun, but this brings an additional aspect to have the time. You're able to plan routes out, and you can have strategies, right? So, hey, maybe I want to run all big props the whole time.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Said, there's tons of different things. Let's check out the format and see what these guys, how they're going to go through, what the map looks like, and really get an idea of how the game is played.
Get ready for more creative Fortnite with the latest competitive creative map, Junkyard Juke. This new game builds up the fun of Prop Hunt with a twist. 8 teams will rotate through different roles on the map. 6 teams will transform into props and attempt to make it into the center of the map. 2 teams of guards try to keep them away. Teams will rotate their roles over the course of 4 rounds. Each team getting 1 turn as the guards. Their objective? To defend the incinerator from the other teams, armed only with revolvers and their keen attention to detail. During each round, teams of props will earn points by reaching the incinerator in the central pit. The bigger the prop, the more points. But be careful. Being bigger means you're easier to spot. To keep themselves from getting eliminated, prop teams need to time their movements very carefully. Every few seconds, the guard teams will be blinded for a short time, and the center point turns green, giving the props a chance to run for the hills, or rather, the pit. Once a prop reaches the goal, they respawn at their home base, running as many props as they can. If a player is eliminated,
strategy. Game 1 to game 2, because there's so many different things you can do. But we are about to have the world premiere of Junkyard Juke. We are getting into set number 2. The Funky Fighters have 1 silver llama. Who will now are in to set 2, match 1, and right away you can see Chappa, Gotaga, Magma, and RTA of Raven's Revenge, and then the Little Whip Warriors, Ninja, Taco, Taldak, and FaZe Kaz taking their shots off. Now, fun fact, the screens are there. You can't see, but you can shoot through them. So don't be afraid to take some shots. I mean, we know the trick shotters will.
Yeah, some people are already shooting. They figured that part out. Looks like Chappie hasn't quite yet. He's kind of looking. He's just blind shooting. Oh, there it is. Now he's firing through. He's noticed, hey, these are not ricocheting off of this curtain here. I can fire right on through. So you want to stop him. You want to force stop him. You want to also kind of memorize the map in the lanes.
And right away you can see as soon as the finds down, people go, but the first points are starting to come through as Lachlan is able to get in. And the Bloods team, the Llama Record Co, also able to get a 10-pointer and then a 5-pointer, following it directly behind. Oh no, it was another 10-pointer. So we already see some of the props having successful runs.
Look at him go. There it is. You saw a big old truck kind of sneak on by, and these objects are slipping right underneath. But who knows how long that'll last. Here's Scissors. You gotta park it. You gotta stay still. Oh, can he blend in?
And one other thing you can note there, the props will clip through other objects that are there. So if you see something that isn't sitting perfectly naturally like Scissors was, right there, clipped into it, boom, got him brilliantly done. Lachlan hits one of those bounce pads that are stuck in there. They will launch you up in the air, but great run coming out with extending into it, utilizing the air conditioners to find their way to the end. Benzor and Alex JJ desperately trying to get it. Alex JJ with another 10-point prop. His hand of blood gets picked up just before. That would have been a huge swing, but right now, Sunshine Soldiers in first place with 35 points.
They are finding their rhythm here. Sunshine Soldiers taking the lead right now. This is a hard game mode to break free in because you got to think about it. These guards are not playing around. They are shooters, right, at heart. And at the end of the day, they'll look hard. Right here, you're just going to get careful here. And there it is. Nice job. The first one of those trap doors.
You can actually see it there is the little tiny springs they launch you upward. There's a couple that can be chained into each other. But if you are one of those bigger objects and you get sent up, you are just quite literally sometimes flying garbage.
Yeah. But, you know, it would be too easy if we didn't lay traps around, right? So, you know, got to kind of spice it up for the people that are turned into props, too.
So you can also, actually, the people who can turn into props, there's one pathway where you can chain two of them together. So if you can get there, you almost land directly in front of it. So as long as you time it correctly, you can like use them slightly to your advantage, but most of the time they're a little bit more annoying. And boom, you can see that rusted truck going in. And now the Funky Fighters pulling out another lead, 60 points so far.
And this is something important to note, guys. You have to get it into the incinerator, fully processed before the timer counts down, or else your point will not be processed.
Which is a big thing on the min-maxing. What we mean by that is maximizing your efficiency. So if you were to get the most points possible, you run only 10 points the entire time. Not only because they're worth more, but they take less time to sort because they're the first one that goes through. The two-point props are able to run, I don't want to say relatively easier, but much easier compared to a dumpster in a card, particularly because you have cover. With that being said, take about an extra 3 to 4 seconds to sort, so it makes it that much less efficient, plus being only 20% of the point value.
That's right. So Clytax there has chosen a big object. Achin and Zond over here, smaller objects. They're kind of blending right into all of the dumpster trash. Clearly harder to track down and kind of, I guess, how do I say this? Sort out, right?
Yeah. Exactly. You want things that don't stick out, or you want something, you want to find a path for an object that you can take all the time. So you notice how there's a section where there's like 4 or 5 rusted cars. Grab a rusted car and go park yourself with those, because yes, they're gonna know, oh, there's a bunch of rusted cars there. Screen goes back up. Oh, there's still a bunch of rusted cars there. I'm good. Next thing you know, the prop walks his way up. You can also, as you're running, walk rotation. So if you hit your crouch button, whatever you have that bound to, whether you're playing on controller, iPad, PC, all of them end up completely stopping, so it will set you totally naturally, just like what you would see.
And this is also those moments, right, when you're in the guard, someone Tomoya seeing something out of the and eliminate you don't earn points for that. So it's just your top job to stop everyone from getting any kind of points so don't break away with the lead. If you're in the guard power, you can't allow that.
playing defense, so not a ton of scoring going past them, only 35 points off the pace. But what I'm shocked about right now is there is nobody running 2-point props at all. Zero.
Tamori is a genius. He was already spotted out for the statue. He kind of hit over to the side and said, you know what, I kind of got to wait here. I can't park this statue on the open. He's going to be hunting for me. And that's exactly what he does. Kind of sits it over on the side there. And that's how he earns himself another point. So they're actually playing very, very smart here. And that's why they've been doing so good at these competitions.
I think the guards need to be slightly more aggressive. There's no, is unlimited ammunition. You can't run out.
Oh.
If you think something is suspicious, or if you just want to take a shot at it, shoot your shot.
Yeah.
What's the worst case that happens? You miss. There's no accuracy stats going on there. If something looks suspicious, don't let it through. You're the guards, and you want to deny as much as possible. And again, every match is for $55,000 for the winning team. You want that, and that will lead into the Llamas as well. You don't want to end up in that 4th spot. You want to push past your competitors, as we see a whole mess of air conditioners going into the water heaters in. It was fantastic for Raven's Revenge, and Llama Record Co. are also climbing their way up the leaderboard, 110 points so far.
Great job for the Llama Record Company. Alex, JJ, Carnifex, Venos, and Hand of Blood. This team is doing great right here as they seemingly inch their way to the top somehow, overtaking the Cuddle Crew, which, by the way, Lackland's team has been showing up here. It's good to see them, you know, catch a little bit of domination here in this junkyard juke.
Well, like we said, the creative finals is all about celebrating the different types of creative skills. There's different ways to express that. We have the World Run where it's there. We still think in team tactics. And right now, Prop Hunt is all about min-maxing efficiency, working together, and hitting your shots.
Yeah, absolutely, because when you're in that guard tower, you don't have opportunity to miss. You let them score, they're going to break free and break away with the lead. There's a look at Svenos here. Who's that bullseye, just kind of blending right in.
The archery target, there's a lot of them out there, but you need to be careful because they're slightly harder. And come on.
Uh-oh.
Really?
He's floating up
Really?
there.
You can see kind of like the look on his face. He's like, there's no way this works. And one other thing to talk about is orientation of your prop. So you notice he actually swapped his camera and pointed in the other direction.
Oh.
Unfortunately, because he's in the trash bag there. But if you're running forward, your prop faces backwards. So you need to run and then turn, settle yourself. That's the best way. Or you orient yourself around the stuff that's near you. Because if you're facing in a totally random direction, that'll earn a bullet in most circumstances.
I love how aggressive they were at the final moments. The clock was...
You gotta go!
Yeah, the clock was ticking. They're like, you know what, we gotta get in here. But that was round 3 of 4 for this first game right here. And, you know, it's kind of going either which way. So if you've already had your shot at the guard tower, you're safe. You're good. You can keep getting points. But this is your last opportunity. You're in a guard tower. That's all the points you got. That's it. They have to hold strong.
So this is where it really comes into mind who is running, who is in the tower, and what does the scoreboard look like. So right now we can see right away Llama Record Co. is up there, and I believe it's with, I didn't see who that other team was. When we pan back over, we'll call that out. But Llama Record Co. is in first right now, and I think Cuddle Crew is with them as well. So it's typical that the top 2 would be up there, and it is. The top 2 teams are in the guard tower. So right now, everyone needs to unseat them, otherwise they will take this first match of set 2.
I'll be honest with you, it's a pretty big whoever's left in the game, the Sunshine Soldiers, Monkey Fighters, Chicken Champions, you gotta bring these big items to
see a little bit.
also utilizing the shooting through the curtain factor there. He's kind of holding himself back. Like you saw a couple of injuries right there, but gotta put that pressure down, lock down these lanes so that they don't just get like free rotations.
And again, we talked about a little bit. I'm very surprised nobody is just consistently running 2-point props. You can get them in close to every run if you pick the right path and you take the covered angles. It's very difficult to stop them, particularly with the smaller hitbox. But so far, we won't see 2 scores.
I like that. Cuddle Crew right there, 130 points. This is their time. Cuddle Crew still doing really good defense right here. Oh no, but you know, Cassius Curse. I feel so bad. Chicken Champion comes up out of nowhere, takes that one right away.
Out. The Funky Fighters, 5 points out. Anything going in will be enough. And the time ticks over. They didn't get it in there. Oh! Did they get it in there? They might have got the 5-point right at the end, but no, wasn't enough. Llama Record Co. on the defense says, lock it up. We good. Brilliantly done from them. And that's what I'm talking about. When you're sitting there on defense, you know exactly how long you need to keep them out. Exactly what you need to do in order to take the victory. And no surprise there. The guys who are all about that Apocalypse game mode during the creative trials, able to take home the very first match ever on Junkyard Juke.
That was well played. Valiant effort for everyone that participated in that run right there. And it was a close one. 150 points to the contender having 145. Just 1 point. One small radiate.
And this is what I'm talking about, where if you had one person who is running just 2-point props there and got their successful runs at the end, they would have it. That's 3 successful runs. That takes about a minute. You could have collected to it.
So go ahead.
Nobody opted to it.
Maybe some of these guys need a little help here. Let's redo this. What would you suggest here, Sundown?
I don't want to say suggest, but I had an opportunity to play a decent amount of it. I'm a big fan of kind of adjusting based off of the scoreline. So if you're seeing you're able to consistently keep running 2-point props, get the guaranteed points. If somebody's playing really good defense and you're not getting 10-point props in, you need to pivot away from that strategy. Because getting any points at all is better than none, and particularly if you waste a run on a dumpster, where the entire time you're going, and then you're stopping, and then you're going, and then you're stopping. Eventually, even if you get all the way to the end, sometimes it's not enough, right? And then you've wasted that 35, 45 seconds, 3 rotations to get just there, whereas you could have grabbed the burger, grabbed the bucket, and ran the entire time, weaved around, trying to like catch a good area, as we saw with the statue, able to hide around a corner. So would love to see in the next match a little bit more, I don't want to say like determination going into it, but be a little bit more deliberate.
That's right, but let's go on and hear from some of the deliberate actions over with Zeke, down with our winners.
What's up, guys? I'm hanging out with the Llama Record Company. They took away the prop hunt 5-point lead. You guys locked it up at the very end. And I'm going to start with you. And one person I want to call out specifically is this man right here, Svenos. Very tall, tallest man on the planet. It feels like this guy's a very good pick for your team. And I want to know why him, and then also why you picked these other 2.
Yeah, I mean, I picked all those guys because this game mode is all about skill. There are no random things in it. You need good aim, you need decision making for sure. And Svenos, I mean, he's like a Spandau. He really likes Spandau. That's kind of the best city in the world. And that's why I picked him first, for example.
Okay, now Svenos, I'm going to put you on blast for a second. You know, I'd like to believe that your team would allow you to win. Let's think back to the time where you wore an entire green outfit and you danced and had a galaxy over yourself. Do you feel like that galaxy and that kind of creativity helped you get this dub?
I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
I think people at home that watched, you guys probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go over this way now. What did you think about that game? Was it what you expected? Was it different? Did it catch off guard? Were you ready to just jump into it?
It's enjoyable. Once you get the hang of it, it gets a lot easier. You've just got to work out who's good at aiming, which team's on the tower, and after that, you're good.
All right, final question. Do you think you have what it takes? Are you gonna? Is the Llama Record Company going to be the team? You think someone else is standing in your way, or is it all you guys?
I think it's going to be all us. Yes.
There you go. Man, a few words. That's all they need. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Best of luck going forward. Back to you guys on the desk.
Thank you so much. Another brilliant performance there coming out of the Llama Record Company. We talked about their versatility. We talked about how quickly they pick up competitive matches. But this is what happened in the first set, right? They were there. They were confident. They're like, yeah, once you get it, it's easy. and then all the other teams immediately caught up. So it'll be very interesting to see if that same story from set 1 is what's happening in set 2.
Yep, that's right. Alex up there said it best. You know, he had the confidence. He felt good in those final moments. Hey, you know, once you figure out who's aiming, maybe just avoid him.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody is hitting all their shots, you need to take a different route. You can't go and continuously challenge them because, again, we talked about that. If you waste all the time to run through and the guy hits a lucky, or I don't want to say lucky blind fire, but a consistent blind fire through there, don't keep running that way. But like we said, this is the first time seeing the Junkyard Juke mode, and we talked about the Prop Hunt mode earlier, but you can play it live right now in-game. There's an LTN that's available only for this weekend. Let's check it out. Like we said, you can check that out live in client. It's an LTN that is available only for this weekend. And Monster, have you had a chance to play Prop Hunt?
Well, all week long now, I finally really got to experience the Prop Hunt. And before this, I kind of heard you guys talk about it. I was like, is that something I want to try out? But no, it honestly was very fun.
There's so many just fun moments, but the ability to then push it to a competitive level, these guys are doing great. But we're now going to get into match 2 of set 2. The second time you will have seen Junkyard Juke, and let's see who is able to push on. The match is about to start. Here we go. The creative finals at the Fortnite World Cup. Set 2, match 2 of Junkyard Juke.
That's right. So, in the tower, we have Ninja's team, the Little, Whip, Warriors, Taco, Gaz, Taldoff. We're jumping straight into their POV. So notice Ninja firing right through those blinds. He saw something moving back there. He's trying to pinpoint. What was it? He does, of course, track him down with Sport Turtle. Ooh, just a little pixel. You know, you stand out, you're going to get popped here.
He needs to make sure he's still watching his left-hand side, though, because there is a whole run on that corner right now where people would be able to come out, and now all of a sudden you see Alex JJ, Tyler, Ryan Fanta, MSYB all heading that direction. Nobody is checking that corner. He's checking it every now and then, but he's primarily aiming on the right, and right as I say that now looks back on over as the rush comes through, but MSYB and Rubius are able to get in. Brilliantly done from them, getting the first points on the board as the Funky Fighters again are able to pull out to a decent lead.
What do you think? Would you rather be up in the guard tower first and kind of get that out the way? Or would you prefer to kind of jump in as a prop and get your points first?
So for me, it depends if I can get a lead. If I have a lead, obviously I want to be a guard tower at the end because I'm very confident in my ability to just stay in direction because I know like I can find the sight line and all that. With that being said, if you can get in the guard tower early and you do incredibly well, it gives you the bonus. You know how many points you need to get. You know how consistent and fast you can run. And right now we're seeing a lot more 5-point props than last round. People consistently trying to get those in, recognizing, hey, they're a little bit quicker. People are finding their angles now. But as I say that Achin with the Sunshine Soldiers gets in that truck at 10 points going over to them, and 15 actually as a 5-pointer got sorted right at the same time.
That was perfect. Yeah, and the Sunshine Soldiers had a great last run. Achin and his crew really pulled it together. They were at the top for a while there, but in those final moments we saw the Chicken Champions take away, and now, no surprise, Chicken Champs, they're feeling it. They found their rhythm towards the end of the last one. If they carry that over, it's going to be a close one.
Hits the jump pad twice over there, doing everything he can. Doesn't get the teddy bear in. 10 points going through, and Clytex gets picked right at the edge.
Right through the current. Taco is like, you know what? I'm going to check the close area. Look at how Chappie's doing as well. He's actually eliminated 9 props so far, so he is really firing away here, trying to see if anyone's trying to make a mad dash while the curtains are up, and Sandy gets caught right there.
Good shot right away. 20 seconds left, so players need to start running if they're going. Good shots coming out from Trappy to get it there and get the reload off. Saw the truck over on the side, is able to pick that one up, and now is looking for the smaller props towards the side. Knew there was movement, just wants to fire it up. Only 10 seconds left. They should be able to get the defense, but there goes a bucket. Look at it. Oh, the cactus are hard to hit. There goes, able to pick it up just at the last second. Good attempt from Lucian. You can see the points already coming across. Players so far sticking to their game plan. 5 and 10 point props all the way.
That is the way to go. Inch your way up and over to that victory. That was is just the first round of 4 here. Round 2 is going to begin. What's going to happen now is again, the guard tower is going to mix up new players and then the other players are back on the prop.
Yes, you get 1 round in the guard tower, 3 rounds of running as the props, and you can see right away now the Funky Fighters on top of the shots go out as soon as the blinds go down, as the props march their way out of school.
This is fun right here. I love watching these trucks waddle about, really trying to find them. See the light go change, plant themselves down, and back out to the field here.
Yep, and desperately trying to avoid. Oh, there's no way. You're stacked on top. Come on, you gotta shoot 1 and 2. Shots are going towards it, but right now Zan trying to get that teddy bear into the incinerator. Not a sentence I ever thought I would say there. As the archer is now doing everything he can, hits the bounce target twice and is able to convert. As Magma gets another good run and sneaks in under the shots of Dracius.
That's right. This is just getting closer and closer as we have a 3-way tie now. The Fish Fam, Llama Record Company, the Cuddle Crew, all at the top here, and it's still a very close game so far. Dan Yan right here from the Sunshine Soldiers, peeking around, using that camera angle, trying to see when it's time, wants to waste no time here. Bat, it goes down and off to the races she goes. Change, yep. Actually, stops early too. You know what, I'm gonna play safe, I'm gonna stop before the curtain comes up.
She has to get the blast right now. She says one of her favorite things about creative mode is immediate situations you get into, particularly like prop hunt. So this must be a game mode that she's doing incredibly well and enjoying herself in as there. Her team is able to get a couple in there. So target the Clyde Dash trying to get the final quick blood. Gets another 10 points over, as does Taco with a 5-point statue there. Scissors is hanging around on the side there, will go through. No, does not need to call you trash. You just are a dumpster now, quite literally.
Quite literally, but oh, the rage! I read the lips. He said I was so mad. He got taken out right there. And I like this. Let's see how he decides. He's going for those 10 points though. Notice he went straight to the right for the big objects. That's the risk.
That's what it was about. That's what happens. You need to be careful, not only of the fact you're bigger, easier to see while you're moving, you need to find a blank space in order to set down. Can't be clipping into anything else with 45 seconds remaining in round 2. And you can see Svetas a bit of a broken guard look at him. He's like, I don't, I'm out. Right there. And he, right now, relatively competitive, 70-70. And as I said, Fishman still gets the safety point. The loss of
you know, he actually didn't park either. He just jumped on top of it. You know, I haven't been to this section here where all the vehicles are.
This is the section I'm talking about where you can grab a burger in a bucket, go out, and not expose yourself except for during one period. And as long as you either full run the time through or you opt to sit still during that time, then you're good. You will score literally every single run. It's just you have to be a 2-point prop and you have to go to that exit.
Oh, Dan Yan right there, unfortunately, couldn't push through in those final moments there. And that was round 2 of 4. As we are looking to get into round 3 next. We can earn some more points. Every single set matters, right? Every game matters because there's a lot of prize on the line.
Yes, every single match is scored. All 4 will receive a gradient of money going from $55,000 down to $20,000. And then you have the 4th that prize is then decided who will receive the silver llama. Who will be able to press with that?
Like, that's a vehicle way too big, buddy. You can't just be trying to squeeze behind that and not think someone's going to see the tail end of it. Yeah, Benzor and Dracius close by one another. Benzor gets popped through the blinds there. It missed though. Good for him. The bad aim and that moment right there is going to allow him to sneak that big 10-point. No! He can't save it out. Right there, there's no points for him. 10 is huge in this mode too. It's very difficult to get a vehicle all the way through.
I mean, it's swingy, right? If you think about it, the last round was one with 150 points. Right? So if you get a singular 2-point profit, that's not a significant percentage there. Like, that's going to be able to help your team, but you also need to set your feet there, as Kororo didn't hit the crouch button. It was like, I see you wiggling a little bit there. Yoink.
And there's Ninja, Ryan, Fronta, Chappie, many others still in the running here. Just kind of peeking around. You see Tyler shooting straight through the curtain. It almost looks like he's beelining his shots down the aisle there, trying to see if he can get anyone trying to exit out. Zan sees the one pop up in the air, and I think he might have clipped that person out.
Nobody was watching that side.
Oh,
Fishbam needs to communicate better right now. Nobody was covering that other side. We saw two teams able to get a decent run out. But right now, Llama Record Company still holding the lead, sitting at 100 points. But don't forget, Fishbam are up on top right now. Are the guards, which means they're not scoring points.
He's so fast. Ryan Franz is so fast here with this prop. Even moving it, he doesn't care. He's going all the way for it. He's got to watch for traps. See the fear? I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to wait here and get the secure point.
Notice Ryan taking paths consistently that take him to the corner of the guard tower, because the corner provides you with a little bit of natural cover, and it breaks that sight line up. If you're only staring out,
to say what they're doing. It's working. Why break the formula here? They have over a minute to do so. And just like that, they are going to sneak
that will be it. Yes, brilliantly done. They're overtaking them. And now the question is, can the Little Whip Warriors get enough in to catch them? It's a 25-point spread, but you can get that. You have 4 runners. You can get that in a single run if you're well coordinated enough. Will they be able to catch up, or can the Chicken Champions edge it out and be our match 2 victors?
That's right, because the Cutter crew is now bumped out. The Chicken Champions are holding it. Little Whip Warriors have scored, though. 1 minute left here. Uh-oh. Raven's Revenge coming up as well, as is the Fish Band. This is actually getting closer than we would have thought. They're close to pushing out the Cutter crew and the Llamas.
Yep, and Little Whip Ninja also getting the 5 points there. Will be able to overtake. Don't forget, you don't want to end up 4th to 8th. It's all about at least breaking in the top 4 to get a little bit of the differentiation there in the prizing. But the Chicken Champions are pulling ahead. They're keeping that 25-point difference so far between the Little Whip Warriors. Little Whip needs to find a coordinated run with 10-point props in these last 30 seconds, or they're not going to get it. Meanwhile, Bensor running that statue in, trying to lock up everything he can for the lead, and he's being extremely patient with it. Taking a corner run, finding everything he needs to do. Little Whip does get a 5 and a 10, and they're still now only 20 points behind. But Bensor is going to be able to lock that one up from there. 5 points, 15 seconds left. The Chicken Champions are sitting pretty.
Yes, that's right. If the Little Warriors don't score big right now with all big props, it's going to be all over in 3 seconds. And it's not going to be enough here because the Chicken Champions, they actually pushed the lead even further.
Did you see what happened at the last second?
They did score.
No. Raven's Revenge grabbed the 2-point prop, hard ran all the way through, got it in, right? And then that pushed them from 4th into 3rd. When we talk about every little interaction mattering, that was it. But the Chicken Champions, one might be able to say that was excellent. They were able to tender defend that title for the match 2 victory and putting them in a good spot to contend for the set 2 lump.
You can see the excitement there on their faces as they just realize, hey man, we got this. We're in the running here. Junkyard Juke could be ours.
And you can see they're still talking gameplay right now. Like, they want to know, what can we do more? That play you did right there was awesome, but they want the next one because there's 3 matches for each one of them. And win there would put them in a fantastic spot to get the 2nd Silver Llama. You need that in order to be in contention. And if they're able to split it up away and deny it from the Funky Fighters, it feels wide open.
Yes, it's not over yet. It's just another team who takes the victory here, making it that much closer of a running so far. And we saw the Ravens Revenge kind of sneak up too. You need as many points as possible. The bigger the placement, the better the prize as well for the round. So you can't just give up either. You got to push it all the way to the final moment.
And hey, hats off to whoever's call that was on Ravens Revenge. That was a brilliant decision, showing exactly why you were able to qualify for the Fortnite World Cup Creative Finals, why you're playing on that stage. Those are the big plays, but again, brilliantly done from the Chicken Champions. Consistent runs, stuck to their statues, stuck to their routes, and took the corners. And now we're actually going to have a chance to talk to our Chicken Champions, the Match 2 champions. Zeke has them up there on the top floor. Zeke, what do you got for us?
What's going on, guys? I'm hanging out with the Chicken Champions, guys. That game was insane. Feathers were flying, and you guys clutched it up. Did you figure out the strategy? Because you guys were well and ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, we practiced yesterday, and everything is thanks to this guy. This guy always goes for the 10 points, always, and he always gets it. So, thanks to you, man.
All right, then I'm coming to you, Mr. Carey. What was the strategy? How did you get the 10 points in there? Was it time? Did you switch things up?
Yeah, go for the 10 points each time and do the same strategy.
So in this intense game of red light, green light, were you like stopping early, or were you just like going as far as you could go and then waiting for someone to spot you and stopping, or what was your plan?
I'm taking it very patiently.
Yeah. All right, now over to you guys. What do you guys think of this game mode? Has it been everything you thought it's been?
Yeah, it's great. We had a game plan. We definitely did what we came to do, and yeah, that's what we expected. So.
Very well executed. You did not lay an egg. All right, final question for you. I want to give you the chance to tell the world, you know, all the fans something. What do you want to tell them?
Thanks for the support from Spain for the other world, and my team is it's good in this mode, and will we win the next match?
There you go. The excitement is real, gentlemen. Congratulations. Best of luck going forward.
Brilliantly done there from the Chicken Champions. Thank you so much, Zeke. They're excited to be there. They stuck to their gameplay. And shout out to Bensor. The one thing he was looking forward to on this trip, you want to play in front of a big crowd. He got that moment, running through, securing that for the Chicken Champions. And immediate El Rubius turned to him and was like, it's all him, man. He put the team on his back or put the team in his dumpster. I don't know, that normally that would be a good thing, but in this circumstance, hey, it worked out for him.
Yeah, another talk to Teodoro as well. The only one of 2 controller players here. You know, in the creative finals, a very nice event to kind of represent those guys as well. And again, up there.
He had the moves, was able to find the right angles, and now some developments from match 1 to match 2. What was the big thing that stuck out for you that was different?
In that last one, honestly, finally seeing someone pick up those 2-point blocks, right? Using those are points right there. But with that, we'll jump over to Bala and take a fun look at some of the things that developed in our last few moments.
Thank you so much, guys. Yes, the Junkyard Juke is developing nicely. Everybody's starting to figure out what all the different tools and props they have available to them. So with that, we're going to hop into some of the tips and tricks that I've seen from the Junkyard Juke so far. Right now, as all these players, the first thing I want to point out is there are these springboards. Unfortunately, Dan Yan gets picked out of the sky there. Not too happy about that, but moving on to Tomoya using the statue. This is one of the interesting scores I saw with the statue, those higher point objects being useful. Scissors here with the springboard, the recovery, just barely doesn't get into the incinerator at the last second. And here we have Tomoya, no, sorry, we have, again, just an awesome run towards there, looking like a scene out of everybody, you know, crossing the street at the same time. Here's Tracius hitting some amazing shots through the black, and then he just continues shooting so that he can get a shot. This is the other team, the Cuddle Crew, doing the same thing, but then also synchronizing, making sure they have coverage on all angles. Finally, Tomoya made some amazing calls. We'll listen to them in a second, but this is what he did. Always timing it perfectly so that he can get in and make sure that his teammates also go at the same time and make it into that incinerator. So we're going to head and listen to what those communications are like for Tomoya and team. In this one, they made sure the countdown was perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4, 10. I got 10. I got 10. We are 10. We are both 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Oh, they kill me. If they don't kill me, I score 10.
Don't
1, 2, 3,
I got 5. I got
4.
5.
I got 10. No! He killed me. We are strong team.
Yeah.
I scored 0 in the second round, that's the problem.
I scored 0 in the first one, so
like
we are all close points.
There you go. The Funky Fighters, you know they won the first Silver Llama. We're going to see if they can win the next one. We got one more match here on Junkyard Juke to go. And we'll see who will come out on top with the Silver Llama. Guys,
thank you so much, Bala, for that great breakdown. Listening to the comms, that's one thing I hadn't considered. I was just kind of like, yeah, it's going to come up now. But these guys all on comms talking, have one guy counted out. That guy's just like a metronome, make sure he has it on the dot every single time. Brilliantly done from them, but will be able to take back that top spot. We've seen him do it. If they grab that Silver Llama, they'll be in such a good spot. But right now, the same success myself.
Yeah, you want to get the Silver Llama, but to get there, you gotta make a new strategy. I think that right there, there's a lot of information in that bit right there. You kind of noticed the team synergy, and he said something very important in his interview there. Talking about being patient. You really have to be patient. You can't let the frustration get to you. We saw Scissors very expressive on the cam. Just, it's hard to get the point there. That's what I talked about before this whole thing started. I said, trust me, this is a lot harder than you guys think. You might just need someone, oh yeah, I'll turn it to running through. No, you're gonna get shut down.
Well, I mean, it's just like, if you think about it, it's the mental aspect that really comes with it. If you're able to frustrate somebody else, then there's that much more opportunity. And these guys are all great at that, coming through from some of the Def Run qualifiers that makes it that much harder. But thank you guys so much for joining us here. And again, don't forget, there is a fantastic, awesome event-specific merch starting here right now, today on the 26th. You can also get it on retailrow.com. Make sure you celebrate the event. Remember to grab some from your friends, your brothers, your family, people who couldn't be here and celebrate.
I saw some of your favorite pros and competitors here rocking that new swag. Definitely loving it. All types of collaboration. I love it when Fortnite releases new gear.
I'm always a fan of anything Fortnite swag. That's pretty much like 98% of my wardrobe. At this point, I mean, love the logos, love the bright colors, but enough from us. Match 3, set number 2, the final one on the original version of Junkyard Juke before we see the remix later on. Are you guys ready?
That's right.
And let's begin. The first round is on their way. Match number 3, set number 2. Who will be able to incinerate the props the most? Who will push out to the lead? And can anybody upset the Funky Fighters? Make sure they don't get this one here. And basically, everyone's first place.
You can see there, Taldeck land a shot straight through the curtain. Very nicely done. Right? You want to look at your lane, see which lane is available to you that's easy to maneuver the objects you want to bring through. Clitex, for example, here is using a bear. There are no bears in this section, but he says, you know what? I can sneak this in.
The big thing with this game is the puttering. Background. You're in the junkyard. You're a little bit in those desert biome situations. There's a lot of kind of battlegrounds and areas around that. that much harder to stick out. However, if you if you grab a snowman, you're just really flexing on everyone. It's like, yeah, I'm a snowman in the desert, and I'm gonna score on you.
It's pretty hilarious because, you know, we haven't seen anyone pull out the weird objects in the back end for good reason. There are a couple other fun ones back there. If we get a pan around later, you'll probably notice a big old snowman or something like that. But with all this money on the line, there's no way everyone has time to play around like that.
You can't play around every single one of those matters, and right now, he's swapping over. They've already put in 2 2-point props, so you need to be slightly more efficient on those runs, but good job getting on the board consistently. And as we say that, 5-pointer goes in. Pressure had a singular 10-point run, so trying to get every possible point, all of that
They all have a ton of eliminations. Taldeck at 6, Top at 5, Kaz and Ninja both tied at 7. That is pretty good. They're shutting down all of the lanes. These guys are not here to play. Remember, as you're a guard, you don't accumulate any points, so it's good. They're knocking us out the way. They're doing a great job of that.
Keeping them out, making sure you find the right lane angles, and also sometimes just putting shots out in the right spot. You just need to be able to consistently deny as much as possible. Taldoff, that was sick!
I was like, are you behind that? Yes, what's that? Didn't see that there before. Didn't see that either. Taldoff doing a good job so far. Spotting things through the curtain. Let's see if we can find another here. A random shot. Oh, something landed. That's why you don't want to hit those spring traps there.
They make it so is the fact that because it has those placed legs, you have to be deliberate about where you're setting down. Otherwise, you're like, boom, right there. That book would double check that box, but there's 6 other boxes around, so relatively safe. Good path chosen there from Tyler, and obviously stopping being, a little bit patient, and might have cost him there. I think he would have had it if he would just go full send, and I think he thinks so too.
Yo, it makes me laugh to see him scratch his head, his jaw just like, oh, being so close. And not making it through is so unfortunate. Taldeck is going to find the success there as the Suezo, and you saw Alex J for a bit is very close to scoring as well. Here's Zan from the Fish Fam, representing, hugging really close to that cactus. So long as he's not pushing through it, he is going to be able to sneak on out. He kind of hiccups there. He's going to go all the way. He doesn't care if the curtain comes down. He sneaks right underneath Tomoya. And his team up top, Funky Fighters, are at 35 points now in the guard tower. They can't earn any more.
And that was a great run there by Zandy Knight as he spent off to the blinds to go down, making sure he can find an angle, then pushing it towards the end. Be careful. All of that spring right there, but doesn't matter. Gets picked up anyway as he's like, hey, there wasn't a card there before. Alex JJ now looking to find a run. You can see Fish Fam and Llama Record Code currently hanging out at the top, but again, haven't had the chance to be up there. So Alex JJ now running out good stops at the same time, but particularly if you have 2 people taking the same path, has the same item, it kind of has a little bit more of a benefit because you're like, yeah, those were both there behind. There's no way those are both props.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, you know what? Honestly, if you see a bunch of the same things, they blend in a little more. It's when something's an oddball that you really start to shoot. So maybe it is a good idea to time it.
There's split spawns, so you don't always consistently. There's different spawn points around the map that have the different. Somebody is running an archery target, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna.